Okay, so hello to everyone. My name is Neta Lavon, and I'm a co-founder and CTO of Aleph Farms. I'm speaking from Israel. Unfortunately, I couldn't join you today, but I hope to join you next year. Thank you for the Ministry of Economy and Innovation for the kind invitation to present to you the topic of cultivated meat and how do we really cultivate the change, how we unlock the potential of complementary proteins to build a sustainable and thriving regional bioeconomy. And I would like to start with telling you today about the journey of Aleph Farms and cultivating this change. So, what is cellular agriculture? Cellular agriculture is the way that we produce cultivated meat. And as was just spoken in the past panel, this is a novel food. But actually, the technology to produce cultivated meat is an old-time technology that we are using for thousands of years to produce all kinds of food products that we are using day by day. These technologies in the past have used microorganisms like yeast or for fermenting beer, or microorganisms like bacteria to make the yogurt that we are all consuming for many, many years. With cultivated meat, we use the building blocks, the same building blocks, the cells, but coming from mammals mainly, or from fish or from birds, to grow the edible part of the animals without the need to grow the whole animal, which means that we grow the cells into a structured product, which in our case, mimicking the steak and brings the texture and whole experience about steaks, which are comprised of fat cells and collagen. And of course, the majority is the muscle cells that build this muscle tissue, which is actually the steak that we are consuming. So these technologies that we know for many years are used today to produce these novel foods under a safe environment. And why do we actually need these innovations? It's not because we only enjoy it, and we enjoy it a lot, but because we need to close the growing gap to make sure that we have enough proteins in our nutrition, which is essential for our growth and sustainability. And the animal products, unfortunately, cannot meet this demand, which is growing with time. As we know, the global protein consumption is expected to increase between 30 to 50% by 2050 due to large growth in population, urbanization, and also increased income in developed countries. In order to close this gap, we would like not to grow more animals, but to find innovative ways that can supply us with these important nutritious factors, but without the environmental pressures, to avoid any resource scarcity, and to make sure that these products are healthy and also take into account the ethical considerations. So to the ones of you who are not familiar with Aleph Farms is a cellular agriculture company with 105 employees. The headquarters is in Israel, with offices in the US and Singapore. We were founded in 2017 by the Strauss Group, the Kitchen Hub, Didier Toubien, our CEO, Professor Shulamit Levenberg, a world expert in tissue engineering from the Technion, and myself. We have a differentiated and proprietary technology that is using non-genetically modified cow cells for range of applications, and we start with cultivated steak. We have raised so far $140 million from tier one investors, and the first of its kind regulatory approval we have achieved just by the end of last year to sell our first product, which is the cultivated steak. We anticipate the launch of the product very soon in this year and the full-scale commercialization by 2026. And why are we leading the way and pioneering first? This have shown in the past 7 years that the company is active. We were the first to cultivate thin-cut beef steak back in December 2018. And we were first to cultivate steak in space back in September 2019, and also with another mission that we did just a year ago with Eitan Shtiba, the Israeli private astronaut. We are the first company of the cultivated meat companies to commit into net zero. We did it already in 2020. And the first to cultivate rib-eye steak, which is made by 3D bioprinting in February 2021. We are the first company to get ruling from the religious Jewish authorities. The chief rabbi of Israel, Professor Lau, allowed us to have the meat as a kosher, and not only kosher, but parve as well. And last but not least, by the end of 2023, we got the first regulatory approval for cultivated beef in the world. It is the first product to be approved in Israel and the first beef product to be approved around the globe. And this is very important because we have chosen to work on beef because of the high or the low feed conversion rate that these products offer when we use animal for growing meat. And that is the focus of our company. And we believe that the important quality and impact lies within these beef products. But on the top of the meat that we are producing, actually cultivating cells is a platform for various applications that are using biomanufacturing to promote the bioeconomy. We are using our cells in order to cultivate collagen, which is our first product to emerge from Aleph Frontiers and our deep tech incubator. And we are now in product development and exploring its potential use cases with partners, including in fashion industries and the medical industries. We are also using the 3D bioprinting technologies that enable us to build a portfolio of diversified cultivated meat products, including fattier and thicker cuts. And our technology is actually a diversified platform that enables us to cultivate beyond beef, also other mammals, among them the lamb that you can see here for producing high quality fat and muscle cells. And in the last few years, we were also focusing on our platform for Aleph Zero, which enables us deep tech exploration by growing fresh food without resilience on Earth's natural resources. Using this platform really provides us food security on Earth in extreme environments by pushing the frontiers of net zero resources. At Aleph Farms, we believe that in order to get into all the achievements that I just shared with you, we need a whole village or a whole, I would say, area around us, because we could not do it by ourselves. This is actually a very vivid ecosystem that is built on academia partners, startup, big companies that are mainly responsible for supplying us ingredients, and a lot of connections between the companies to promote the common ground for meeting the challenges that we have as a disruptive technology. Accordingly, we collaborate on different aspects, among them the regulatory perspectives, and also looking at harmonization between different regulator bodies. And also the trade associations are working together in order to promote a lot of education to the consumers, and also in universities building unique programs to make sure that we have enough people that are trained to be part of this ecosystem in the future, and expanding it further. And I think that the last but not least, and this is where we are standing today after we already have few regulatory approval, is to make sure that we are lobbying the importance of our technologies in order to promote food safety and security around the globe. And accordingly, we need the funding of governments in order to support the building the plants, investing in capex to make sure that this amazing technology also become true and can really complement the gap that is required for protein to make sure that we have a healthy and a population with the sustainable meeting the sustainable goals that we all agreed in France a few years ago. Thank you very much, and I'll take questions if possible.